instrument, I really like the cello because it's, you know, it's made of wood and it's hollow, and your body actually touches your body touches the body of the instrument because your legs are kind of wrapped around the instrument. It's touching your chest, so it's close to your heart. And then when you play, you can actually feel the vibrations of the wood into your body. So for me, it's a very full body experience playing this particular instrument.
Elena.
Yes.
Did you ever play music like in China too? Or like you?
In China, I've played some kind of Chinese-ish music, Chinese-sounding music. I performed there a couple years ago, but I've actually never done any solo tours there. But I would love to. I would love to go back to the motherland and perform. Yes. Yes.
Connor.
I touched on it briefly when I ran into you.
Yeah.
By which I mean I literally ran into you.
You literally ran into me. Okay.
Have you ever played throughout your 30 years? Have you ever played any other string instruments or any other musical instruments, period, besides the cello?
Yes, actually one of my hobbies is collecting instruments, but ancient, like old instruments. Like more traditional instruments that aren't used as much now in Western music. So I do play this Chinese instrument called the erhu, and it has only 2 strings. It's a very old instrument. It's thousands of years old. It's made with snakeskin, and the strings are suspended in the air, so there's no fingerboard, so it's kind of a touch and go situation. And I also recently purchased a Mongolian horsehead fiddle, which is also thousands of years old, and they make that with horsehair. So both the strings and the bow is made with horsehair. And what else? I have some Native American flutes. Yeah, so I definitely dabble
I
around.
have a follow-up question then.
Yeah.
Since you're talking about traditional world instruments then,
Yeah.
I've actually, I want to talk to you then at some point because I've actually had a recent curiosity of learning how to play the samisen.
Oh, okay. I don't know how to play that,
But do you know where I could get one?
I get everything online, so my whole life comes from online. I met my husband on Facebook, I met Kim on Facebook. So, like when I wanted to buy erhu, I just Googled erhu, and then I found a store actually in Texas that sold them, strangely enough. And then for the Mongolian horsehead fiddle, I typed in Mongolian horsehead fiddle for sale, and I found 2 stores, and I bought that online, and it came in the mail in like a week. So the internet is our friend, I think, nowadays.
I will look that up.
Okay.
Gavin has a question.
Oh yes, hi Gavin. What's your question?
Have you ever played a melodica?
What's a melodica? I'm not sure.
It's like a piano, but you blow into it when you hold down.
Oh no, but I would like to. That's awesome. Yeah.
I got it for Christmas like 3 years ago.
You did. Oh, that's great. You'll have to perform that next time.
Yeah.
Okay.
One last. Jocelyn has a question. Last question.
Well, I just want to tell you, at home, I don't know if I can find it, but I have I think, it's somewhere in my room at home. I have a cello.
You do?
Are you going to play it, Jocelyn?
I'll probably bring it sometime.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Tell her about that.
Yeah. My aunt, she's funny. When I was like 2 or something, she was like,
She plays the cello.
Oh, she plays
yeah.
Baby.
Huh?
She loved it. You loved her cello and you wanted to play it and you named it Cello.
Oh, my cello's name is Cello.
No, she named it. She named it, Mom.
Oh.
I got one last question, and then I'd like you to just show us some things.
Okay, sure.
So it's a double question.
Yes.
What's the funnest time you had playing music? And what was the most, maybe scary, but rewarding time? So
Oh my gosh.
Both.
This is a very loaded question. Okay, I'm just trying to think. The funnest time, I have to say, I guess when well, okay, it's hard to choose because I do play so many different types of music, so it's in a very different situation. Playing like concertos or symphonies, that's like a very beautiful experience. That's something I worked my entire life and trained towards, and that also makes my parents proud. And then playing, heavy metal, in like clubs, that's a completely different situation. Playing with the circus, playing Michael Jackson's music, that's also a different situation. So for me, I'm not just trying to say like I like everything, but genuinely, I think for me the most fun thing is actually being able to do different things. Because if I play the same music over and over, maybe for a little while it's okay, but I get very, my mind starts going numb. So I have to constantly do different things and be confused. If I don't know what's going on, that makes me happy. I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel lost and confused. This is good because I'm gonna learn something. Yeah, but the most scary, I don't know if it was scary, but I was doing this tour, which was with the Cirque du Soleil, and they were in arenas, so very big audiences, about maybe 15 to 20,000 people a night, and I had a small solo in the middle of the show where I first appear in the show, and I'm dressed like kind of like a heavy metal alien, you know, with Swarovski crystals, not very much clothing on, but it was a very alternative type of thing, with my electric cello, and I rise from the bottom underneath the stage, and I rise to the top of the stage in the middle of the arena. And I guess one show I was a little bit too excited, and so on the very first note I hit the cello so hard with my bow that the entire bow exploded. So it went boom, and then I didn't know what to do because we hadn't recorded a backing track, which is what you should do in case something goes wrong. And so it was about 90 seconds solo, so I literally beat the cello with a stick for 90 seconds trying to look dramatic. So I was a little bit worried. Like, and there was one other instance, actually in the same situation, because we did the show about 360 times over a course of 2 years. So of course, things are bound to go wrong. Another one, my tech, he was in charge of, kind of setting up the electric cello and putting it underneath the stage by the elevator, underneath when it was time for me to go up. And he hadn't tightened the end pin a lot. And I play electric cello standing, so I started playing, and the end pin started going down and went lower and lower and lower, and then it looked like I was on the toilet, and then it just got ridiculous, and I almost fell over, so I stopped and I fixed the cello, and that was embarrassing. That was really scary.